Welcome to the Art Project. If you're new here, please subscribe. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoy the video, if it helps you out in any way. We're going to do a gargoyle tessellation, and it's pretty straightforward. No, I take that back. It's pretty complicated, so watch this video hard. There's a lot of different things to be done, but one of the first things that we're going to do is get comfortable drawing faces. For this particular project, I don't want you to be able to draw a really realistic face or anything. This is just sort of a cartoon, if anything. And so you're going to use your basic football-shaped eyes, simple eyebrows, nose, lips, pretty much anything goes. But eventually you're going to exaggerate it a little bit because we want the features to be really interesting. And so once you get comfortable with just the face itself with the eyes, then we're going to start adding stuff like bigger noses and bigger lips. Really just kind of get creative and outside the box thinking with it. Don't forget the ears. You can do like wrinkled noses and really profound noses. The interesting thing is that no matter what you do, there's almost always somebody out there that looks kind of like it. You do need to think, hey, I'm trying to draw a face. You need to think, what do I want my eye to look like? What do I want my nose to look like? And attempt to do that. But for the most part, this is trial and error, and that's what all of these worksheets are for. So the first two are just that, getting comfortable with drawing faces. But once you have done that, I also have a couple of worksheets where you're going to look closer at gargoyles and try to draw them. Then once you have gotten gargoyles down and faces down and all that, we're going to look at how to draw them symmetrically. And so this worksheet has a line down the middle, and you're just going to draw half of the face. The most common mistake with this is drawing the eyes too close to that center line and making the faces a little bit too skinny. But once you've done this a few times, you kind of get the idea. Then you're going to take it, you're going to fold it in half, or fold it not in half, but fold it on the line and put it up to a window and look at it. And then you can trace the other half of the face through it. Now this is important because you have to use this method in order to create the tessellation. The tessellation is basically making the faces fit each other all the way around a triangle or a rhombus. So trying all that stuff out, trial and error. If you need more than one worksheet, I've got it. It's completely okay to mess up. It's completely okay to change what you're doing. If you don't like it, I got plenty of scrap paper. We can do it on scrap paper as well. Once you have figured the technique and everything out, then we're going to actually draw the faces into the rhombus. You're only going to do this on one triangle. If you look at this rhombus, it's basically two triangles side by side, and we're going to draw half of the face on one, and then we're going to draw half a face on the other two sides. You'll see here in just a minute. Make sure you don't put your eyes too close together and don't do them too far apart. You also want to try and make the face large enough that it takes up a lot of space, and it's totally okay if it fills up the space where you think you're going to put the other face. The other faces, you're going to make those really large, and they're all going to overlap, and they're all going to kind of blend into one another. You're going to try and work the parts of them together. For example, on this one, the shoulders of the gargoyle become the eyebrows, the forehead and brows of the beast that I'm drawing here. So also the beard of the beast, the furriness on the chin, becomes the hair of the next guy, sort of an old dwarf looking guy. Obviously, I've been doing this for a really long time, so I don't expect yours to be as good as the one that I've come up with here. This is actually my second or third try, so like I said, you've got to practice and you've got to work and you've got to go with that trial and error, exaggerate, add details like teeth and eyebrows and horns and all that sort of thing. Make it as creative as you possibly can. Once you have like the first face drawn, figure out how you can work them together. That's kind of the fun and really one of the most interesting parts of it. Once you have everything laid out in pencil the way you want it, you're going to go over everything in a Sharpie pen or an artist pen of some kind so that it's black, and then you're going to erase all of the pencil lines, get rid of all of the messiness. Then you're going to fold it in half just like you did for the other worksheet, and you're going to put it against the window, and you're going to trace into the other side the exact same thing. So I'm folding it in half here, put it up on the window, and I know it's hard to see in the camera, but basically I can see through the paper, and I'm tracing everything that I drew before. You want to try, don't take it down, don't unfold it until you are sure you've gotten everything. You have to press the paper down nicely and look through it. And you can also, at this point, add things to it, but if you do, you need to flip the paper over and trace it onto the original side. Then you're going to give it to me. I'm going to make 12 photocopies of it for you, and you're going to cut out all 12 photocopies. Once you've got all the 12 photocopies cut out, then you're going to arrange them on a table so that they all fit together. Now this part might get a little bit complicated because you may not have enough space on your table. Just do the best you can, lay it all out, slide it to the side. And so here you'll see in this picture I'm gluing everything down to a piece of drawing paper. I found that it is better actually to glue it down to a piece of newspaper. I did two of these, one on the back of one on a piece of newspaper and one on drawing paper. And I'm going to give you a large sheet of newspaper to do it on, probably. The reason is because the newspaper is larger, and also because it's cheaper, and because you don't have to have a big expensive piece of paper to do this. Once I got them all together, that became my my project, and this should be the finishing touches right here. So check out the part 2 of this video when I do the coloring in, and that's it. Now it's your turn. Go make your own art.